just won't exploit the apocalypse is the thing.
Hey there, everybody. Welcome to Fresh Out the Box Plays Icons from Steve Kenson. I am the board game guru and game master extraordinaire, Johanna. Yay.
It's me, Casualty CDG. I am the co-host of Fresh Out the Box. I'm a retired child crimes and human trafficking detective turned tabletop titan and improv comedian. Tonight, since we're playing Icons, I'll be reprising my role as Ryan Richards, aka Traveler.
And I am AD Springer, also known as Corbidian. I am a variety video game Twitch streamer and tabletop role-playing game Twitch streamer. Sometimes, most of the time. But this time, I am playing the ever-dour, well, he's an ever-dour, he's only recently dour, Wolfgang Aidendale, the hero from Beyond the Shadow.
I'm A. Jordan Lambert, aka at Lambertra. I play games here and at Q Times and at Exquisite Corpse Presents. Words are hard, guys. It's been a long week. And tonight, I'll be playing Madame Leota Bonet, a psychic turned superhero.
Hi, everybody. I am Rune, also known as Riley Davis, and I'm nobody important on the internet, just the way I like it. Tonight, I will be portraying Blake Darcell, the dangerous Duskwing.
Erin will not be able to join us tonight as she had other things she had to attend to, but we're going to dive right into it. As we last left off, you guys had tracked the Godbot down to a underground facility out in the swampy regions leading from a tourist cave. And you tracked him all the way here. You guys fought one of these creations of his that was bending shadows at you guys. You guys defeated that pretty quickly and wound up going upstairs where you found all these people in these, like, bubble things. Jordan used her technomancy that she got from her cosmic powers to disable all of this, shut it all down, drop them all out. And they seem harmless now. You guys go into the next room. That's where you find the Godbot and Mary Steele. Mary Steele, who, of course, created this Godbot in the first place. She's obviously a prisoner and has been augmented against her will and probably against her health. As you enter this room, the Godbot says, "You're too late," and flicks a switch. Just then, the vat containing some silhouette of some kind of thing is hit by a bolt of electricity as it explodes open. And that's where we start our session today. So, yeah, Blizzhand, how's it going? Thank you for all the boons. And, obviously, Vampire Bites, thank you so much for all the boons. It looks like everybody's been booned.
Damn.
Corbinian's been booned twice.
Don't forget that you start at your max, so if you got booned, you get +1 to your
Yes, add to your max, not to whatever you had left over.
Yep.
And then, I've been booned. Yes!
Man, boons all around.
Yeah, we've been
Corbinian gets
boonzled.
He sees Corbunian.
Get away with you.
Oh, Rune's been booned.
Woohoo, thank you.
It's not Rune, that's Boone.
Oh, snap.
It's a Rune boon.
That's not Lambertra, that's Lambuntra.
Lambuntra.
That's good.
Can I turn villain? I'm just asking for curiosity.
I think I just turned
Just for that line?
You can always turn,
Just for that
you
line.
can always turn villain.
Lambuntra.
But yeah, so that's where we open up.
Okay.
As the smoke starts to clear, you can see the shattered case of this tank in front of the Godbot, and there's something standing there now. It is bigger than a person. It is bipedal in nature, and it appears to be standing there passively. It has a strange golden light emanating from the middle of its head. That's really all you can see as the dust starts to clear.
If we're not going into combat immediately, I would like to move to check on Mrs. Steele or Ms. Steele.
Yeah, you can move across the room. You can make your way around. They're kind of occupied right now.
Right.
Alas, I have people to witness my ascension. The Godbot will say as he strides toward this creature. And as he does so, it will open in the back.
Okay.
And tendrils will latch out at the Godbot and pull him inside. And they'll start writhing around on the ground, seemingly almost in pain. But you guys do have a minute here of uninterrupted, like a page or two, perhaps, of we'll call it prep time.
Just to clarify, how is the Dr. Steele doing currently?
She is
Yeah,
she's on a Frankenstein table. I don't know why I keep calling it that. She's on an operating table that can, be moved.
Angled.
And an angleable surgery table. There you go.
Oh, like a Frankenstein
Like
table.
a Frankenstein table. Yeah, exactly.
Fine table.
I get it.
Yeah. And as she's strapped down, you can tell that her extremities have been mutilated. But it's not like she has a bunch of open wounds or anything. They're filled with different mechanical parts, like solenoids and just different. She's been augmented. It looks like it was done by an unfeeling monster, because it doesn't look like any empathy went into the
Does
design.
it look like she could be disconnected from that without ripping her arms off? Like are they anchored, I guess, or do the arms move enough to pick her up and move her away?
Strapped to the table, but I mean, yeah, you could disconnect her.
I think that's what I'm thinking. I think that's my train of thought. I just wanted to make sure it was actually possible that she wasn't arm bound to a giant.
She's
metal
not
machine
she's
in
not
the room.
in a thing. No.
Yeah,
No.
that's right. I wanted to make sure I didn't have to amputate to move.
No,
Perfect.
She's
Good.
not part of some weird computer system or anything.
Good, because
You
I'm
mentioned
not
that.
into that. Go ahead, Rude.
You mentioned, pardon, you mentioned there was a whole page, right, of preparation
Yeah, you got time.
we could have?
You got
Okay, while he's working on her and disconnecting her from things, I want to know if I think, for even a moment, that if I manipulate my magical abilities into some sort of regenerative or healing power, that I could repair her body.
You could help her for sure. Definitely. You could definitely help her. Would it restore her? Probably not, but you could help her pain a lot. It would help her if you cast regeneration on her. It would help the parts integrate into her body without an issue.
Okay.
Whereas now she's in agonizing, debilitating pain.
I mean, my character's an idiot, but what rank of power would I think I'd need to cast a spell for that?
Well, it all depends on how regeneration works.
I don't have my book open, so
yeah,
I'll
I'm
let you
checking
handle
it.
it.
I got you. That's what I'm for.
Exactly.
That's why
It
I'm
regenerates. I'm helping. Sorry.
Man.
Oh, that's how that works.
Because I'm thinking if this was just done to her, maybe we have time to save her. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, she's definitely dying because, her body does not want what happened to her to continue. But, yeah, you could probably save her. Damn it. You know what? I'm going to click this button, and it'll make it all easier. There we go. There we go, Jahan. Now you're cooking with gas. Powers. Power description. Sorry. But yeah. So, Gary, you're over by the table. Jordan, what are you doing?
Are everybody that fell out of the tanks, how are they doing? Can I be triaging tank people?
Yeah, you could try. Something was done to them as well. They have this weird thing in their necks.
I don't
Matrix
like the way
people.
that sounds.
Yeah,
They were in Matrix pods.
It actually
Something
looks
there.
kind of familiar. You're looking at it, and it looks like what's on the back of Mimic's neck. It looks like this. It looks like the same
Okay, at the
technology.
very least, if I'm not triaging tank people, I at least want to be getting them out of this room because I feel like we're probably gonna fight soon.
Yeah, you can tell that these are the henchmen that they helped rescue from the prison to experiment on, it would seem. But yeah, you can help them out for sure. Like, I will just straight up say, if that's what you spend your time doing, I will say you do that. That's not a problem.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I want to do.
Interesting. Yeah, so there's a power just called healing. I feel like that's probably what you want to do. Healing cannot increase the subject's stamina. You restore up to twice your power level and stamina to any given subject in an issue. So the higher your power, the more you'll heal her. I would say 4 to 5 would be sufficient.
Okay. I'm going to go for rank 6 healing instead.
Sounds good.
That way I can give her 12 total healing if she needs it. And and as long as I maintain the power, I'll be able to heal other people too. Once each, right?
Yeah.
Like once I activate that power, I'll just have that power until the end of the scene.
You'll have it for the scene, yeah, exactly.
Right. Okay, then I will make a willpower roll to control my magic powers. And I have a 14. Damn, that is very much a maximum roll for me.
That is excellent.
Okay, so I get healing rank 6.
Yeah, you
and
feel
I use all of it
the
on
healing energy surround your claws. And you can kind of see people's ailments a little bit, too. You have, like, a weird sense of, like, what's wrong with people.
Well, I'm going to reach over to her and grasp her gently and, expend a full heal into her. While Casualty, sorry, what's your character's name again? Traveler. While Traveler's working on unconnecting her from the devices and unlocking her from the table, I reach out and I give her a powerful magical healing.
Mercy killings all around. So yeah, you heal.
And I ask her, are you all right? Is she awake? Is she functional? Or...
when you heal her, she does kind of open her eyes. You can see her wounds close around the objects. They go from being these obvious mutilations to almost fully integrated parts.
Okay.
She, like, you see her open her eyes, but her eyes were closed before, like, from pain. As she opens her eyes and as the pain, like, subsides, she kind of just passes out. Now that she's no longer.
Okay, well, I'll just let her rest then.
Yeah, she's
I won't bother her.
She's not great.
Got it.
Corbinian.
Wolfgang takes up his shield. He doesn't draw the sword at the moment. He kind of he's moving closer to Godbot, to what he's doing. Not racing toward him, not running toward him, just more approaching. And part of it is to come off non-threatening, but it's also Wolfgang being a little sneaky and trying to feel how dangerous.
Wah, wah, wah.
Yeah,
you think your shield's gonna explode.
I'll stop short
as you get closer. So this has been like a page, right? It's been a whole page. It's integrating. You can tell it's coming together. You can see there's some sort of struggle going on inside, and it seems like it's for control. But as you get closer, you feel heavy. You feel very heavy as you enter the area around it. And it's strange. Like, your arms get heavy, your sword gets heavy, you're pulled to the ground. You're not, like, sucked down, you don't have to make a roll or anything. Mm-hmm. But you can feel it.
I call out, and I'll continue moving forward, but slowly. Partially, again, not to come up non-threatening, but also it is heavy. So I'm kind of measuring my steps. Godbot, what is it you seek doing this?
So eventually it just stops. It stops moving. All the light emanating from the bot turns kind of like a golden color, and it stands up. The smoke's clearing. You see this form standing before you. It's made completely out of that strange metal that you guys have seen, whereas the Godbot's original body was not made out of that. It has a singular optical device of some kind in its forehead that is emanating a golden glow. It is like, I don't know how to. It's like 8 feet tall. It's a big boy, and it'll stop, and you guys will hear inside your minds. At first, some screaming, like ah, but then eventually it'll. Finally, I have what I seek, and you'll hear this in several different voices inside your head. I have ultimate power. And it feels amazing. As it says this, now Corbinian, make a strength check.
Strength check?
Yeah.
Okay. Athletic specialty to keep on my feet. Like I eat my Wheaties.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah.
Strong boy. 12. Sorry, I got that the one. Whoops. Still.
12
Hopefully 12's enough.
is enough. Yeah. So you feel the weight like pull you down mightily. Like it feels like someone's sitting on your back. But you stay standing. You will kneel before this day ends. But now everyone roll initiative.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Oof.
Coordination, correct?
Yes,
Yes.
coordination.
Oh, oops.
Hey, there you go.
That's better.
Yes.
Okay. So Gary 6, Wolfgang 11,
6.
Jordan got 6, and Wolfgang, you got 6. My bad, or 5, and then Ruin 12. Okay, let me roll mine.
I got a max roll again. Woohoo!
Yeah, you got a good one. So you're gonna go first. Go ahead, Duskwing.
Okay, so it's definitely on with this thing, whatever it is.
I mean, it made an aggressive move on Corbinian. It's saying
Right.
things like "you will kneel."
Yeah.
It's
Right,
up to
right,
you.
right. Now it's clearly it's time. Okay, I'm going to move up in on him, and I know you said he's like a big boy, 8 feet tall, with that big central eye. As I approach, I'm gonna actually stand up on my back feet and rear out my wings and raise my arms up and stand my full 9 feet tall up over him and look down on him for just a moment and say, "What do you want?" And then I'm going to try to shove him to the ground rather than do damage.
So as
I'm
you
going to try to shove him prone.
as you come close to him, it probably won't be an issue for you, but also make a strength check.
Right, strength check of some kind.
Yeah,
Okay.
it could be athletics if you want.
Well, I don't have athletics, but my strength's only a +9, so I'm probably good.
You're probably.
It's only a +9. Gah.
Only.
Yeah, that was the joke, right? So I have a 13.
So yeah, you feel as you enter
with-
this area,
withstand the gravity.
you also feel incredibly heavy, but you're able to stand up. It's not an issue.
Is it basically increased gravity?
Yes.
Yeah. My
Basically.
character wouldn't know it, but I as a player do. Right?
Basically, the gravity is intense around this thing.
Sure. Okay, yeah. Well, I'll try to use that to my advantage when I make when I shove him down, I use the increased gravity to try to make it even easier to do.
That sounds good.
But so is that a standard attack then?
Yeah,
Prowess versus coordination?
yeah. If you want,
Okay.
yeah,
I got an 11 to hit.
you hit.
Okay.
It-
How big's my
Let's
success?
see. It is a major.
Okay. I would like to yeah, I'm not going to do anything special. All right, major success means what when I'm attempting to push him prone and grapple him basically.
He goes down.
Okay, so I've got him grappled more or
Yeah,
less?
he
or-
goes down to like a knee, and you have him. You're holding him.
Okay, that's my turn. I'm done.
Excellent.
He's going to have to wrestle free before he can physically attack anybody else at least.
Correct. It is now Wolfgang's turn.
Would we say that that's basically like a grappled condition on him from the conditions thing?
Yeah, he's definitely considered grappled. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So that means people
Wolfgang.
get bonuses to hit him.
Wolfgang is going to hold up his shield in front of him. He's still not drawing the sword, although his allies behind him can see, and the page can kind of see that as he's holding the shield up, he's kind of standing tall, like willfully showing I'm not kneeling. And then he's resting his sword, kind of using the shield to hide what he's doing, to rest his hand on the blade without drawing it. And I'm going to spend a determination point toward the quality, the way of honor, to learn, to seek, to do, as I'm attempting a willpower stunt to try to... This is an incredible long shot. It may be impossible, but Wolfgang would try. Says to him, power of such great magnitude, of the great magics of technology, these are the things you wield now. But the power to conquer wilts before the power to defend the weak. Choose now the righteous path, or I will slay you. So I'm genuinely trying to convince him that I want to help you. Like I don't want to take your powers. If you're going to be a good guy, keep it. But if you're going to be a bad guy, I'm going to fight you.
Ooh. Well, I rolled bad. Go ahead and roll.
Willpower check. None of my specialties really apply, so nope. Damn it. I can't spend determination because I just did. 9.
That's okay. So you still beat my number. So you still have a moderate success. Yeah, I rolled really bad. So it's not gonna like give up immediately, but it is questioning things. It's essentially a newborn. Way of honor. What is the honor in this? It'll gesture at its assailants because it's being jumped essentially. It's just questioning stuff. It's just trying to get its mind around what's going on. It's going to go now. I'm going to let your query have an effect. So, it will spend its turn reaching out telepathically. Defending the weak who are not fit to defend themselves make the species as a whole weaker. Why would I do such a thing to such a weak species already? You can respond.
The power of one, of a singular mighty, falls in the face of the hopes and dreams of the many and millions. You are the product of so much kindness and compassion, of honorable deeds. Do not set that aside because the easy way is ahead of you.
With all this power you've been given to create and to help, it would be a real shame to see you waste it all trying to destroy.
Traveler, go ahead and make your roll.
All right.
Do we all get to
Willpower!
respond?
And I
More or less.
will use a determination. And I'll just... Do I want to bump it or do I want to re-roll the 2? Let's re-roll the 2.
Yeah, your odds are better.
There we
Way
go.
better.
Much better.
So you got a marginal success. So you null it out. So you didn't hurt it, and you might have given it something to think about.
It was
I
a
like
16 altogether.
That's a 16 altogether?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well then you beat it.
That's why I went back and was like, wait a second, I think it's higher than we think it is. Yeah, because it's the 6 plus the 5. Oh,
That's an 11.
wait,
That's 11.
right? Okay, I was adding another plus 5 somewhere in my head.
Okay.
I'm glad I second guessed my math.
No.
I had plus 100. I totally succeeded. No.
It's all good.
Yeah.
So,
That's right.
Corbinian, you feel something invade your mind. You have two options. Resist or don't.
Trust that all men are honest. No, I'll let it come in.
Boom! It's going to invade your mind. And it's going to start to you relive some of your memories as it does this.
Do you have a trust that all men are honest quality?
It's part of the way of honor. If he hasn't attacked me, I have no reason to fight him.
Nice.
He has done evil things, but I'm trying to put him on the righteous path. So, yeah.
Jordan, were you going to respond to the telepathic question?
It is Jordan's turn now.
I am not. What? How much debris is in this room?
There's a good amount of debris. The entire tank is ripped asunder. There's like a jagged mess where it was sitting, and there's bits and pieces all over. There's glass. There's smoke. It damaged the walls. So there's lots of debris in here.
I don't necessarily want to answer outright, but I do want to use my power of telekinesis to grab some of this debris and kind of hold it close to where the robot is grappled. Because if he keeps talking crazy, I'm just gonna throw it at him.
So you're gonna hold ready to strike. That's fair. Absolutely.
Yeah.
You guys are doing interesting stuff. This is not going the way I was expecting. But yeah, sure.
I think that's the nature of being the DM.
Yeah. It is now back to Duskwing.
Okay. I'll go ahead and respond to that telepathic query again. Would you kindly refresh me exactly what he said again? Or something similar to what he said? So I can respond to
The
accurately.
robot? Yeah. What is the point of... Essentially, what is the point of protecting the weak when it just dilutes the species?
Right. Got it.
And
Okay.
you guys are already
Right.
weak, blah, blah, blah.
Understood. Okay. So my argument to him would be, you don't understand. Not just one of these weak, but the power of all of these weak beings through our society, through the economics that made it possible to come up with the resources necessary to create you, all had a part in making you even possible. You are literally the product of every human being on this planet. You owe your very existence to all of us.
Good.
Protecting us is your duty.
It's pretty good. Go ahead and
as
make a
is
roll.
my own. Okay. And what would I be rolling with, do you think?
Willpower.
Perfect. I'd like to add in my weirdness magnet, if it could apply. Because I'm such a strange being myself. And
You
he's
might
a
be able to
strange being.
relate or something.
Like,
yeah.
like the fact that neither one of us are exactly human. Yeah, I'm hoping that can add a +2 to my value.
Sounds good to me, buddy. So
Okay,
yeah,
that'll give me a 12.
you got a 12. I got an 8. That
And I
is-
spent a determination.
You got
for
a
that.
major success. So you notice it stops struggling. And it starts trying to like stand up. Do you continue
Okay,
to
I'll let
hold
him
on?
up.
All right.
I'll let him up, but I'm still like right there by him, right there on him. I'm not going to grapple him anymore, though. No, I'll let him go.
It starts looking around. It's just looking. It's looking now. We can drop out of initiative. We'll jump if combat starts again. We'll just jump back into the same initiative.
Mhm.
It just starts looking around. It looks at Mary, and it stops on Mary for a bit. It starts walking around.
What do you want us to call you?
Call me.
On another page, as soon as you flip the page, the top frame of the next page is Traveler like looks into a bookstore and grabs a book for baby names and teleports back down. And so a Traveler walks up and hands them a book of names.
Wow.
Here, you can read this whole book and pick a couple of your favorites. Some people even have 3 names.
You see him go like this. Interesting.
Handy.
Is he still in my mind?
He is telepathically linked to all of you, and he can read your thoughts though.
I rest the shield in front of me and go down to one knee in prayer, and I focus on the way of honor and everything I learned. Because now I have my memory, so I can actually I can focus on my journey as an evil person and then becoming an honorable person, despite the world hating me.
This is very interesting. Give me one more roll here. You guys are doing a good job. Oh, no.
Good guy, Ultron. Good guy, Ultron.
Please.
Vision.
Oh yeah, they did that.
Yeah, they did.
Going to spend determination toward the quality I come from beyond the shadow, because I have very unique experiences that may be useful to him. Which puts it up to 12, I believe.
Dark forces arraign themselves against you. It'll kneel too, and you can tell that it's not praying, but it is trying to commune with something.
We could really
It's
use your help.
processing or something.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm
We
going
could really
to
use
go
your help
over-
fighting those dark forces. We don't need you to join them, or we don't need our backs to another war.
You have given me much to think about. Every time he speaks, it's in your mind. You have given me a lot to think about. It'll look back at Mary, and since Corbinian's connected to him psychically, you'll feel like a shimmer of pain go through him, and like maybe shame.
I was going to go check on her again, by the way.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, no, she's fine.
Okay,
your healing.
well, I'm going
does
to pick
seem
her
to
up
have
off
been
the table
successful.
then and put her over my shoulder.
Excellent.
If you guys have this for a moment, y'all mind if I take her to get her medical attention?
I could do it a little quicker if you'd like, but hey, by all means, if you want to do it, it's all yours.
If you're quicker, I hand them to one of your
Boof, boof.
copies, one of your dupes.
I'll take her up to the street level for an ambulance.
The shame of past sins are the wisdom for virtuous deeds. Do not linger on the darkness behind you, but the light ahead of you. And I'm saying this like I'm quoting someone else. And in my memory, it's someone who said it to me,
Yeah.
trying to get me from turning away to embrace the way of honor.
From a director's point of view, you're behind him, and he's looking ahead to the light. And there's some fun stuff going on with that shot right there. Yes, I must think. And it will, let me see. It'll start like floating like Magneto, kind of. You'll feel like that weight that was around him disappear, and it's channeled differently. He'll start to leave.
I'll pick up my shield, and out of abundance of caution, I try to feel if it's shuddering or not.
It's not. It's not shuddering. I like that. That's your litmus test. That's funny. But not.
I'll be like,
He straight up leaves.
I'm gonna be like, where do you plan to go?
Hopefully, on. And he'll leave. He says hopefully on.
Hopefully on. What does that mean?
He'll go on like to.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna walk over by him before he actually does leave, and I'm gonna say, being alone probably isn't the best thing for you right now. Would you mind if I come with you?
I am never alone. He'll say in his dual voices. we must come to terms with ourselves.
I hear Mars is nice.
I'm just gonna say
Look. Mars.
I'll be like, I'm not so sure that we should let you go and be alone, though.
I will put my shield on my back. Now, everyone else would recognize that that's Wolfgang not fighting anybody anymore. He's not thinking he's in danger. And I'll think in my head, so long as you walk virtuous, I will not hinder thy path, but know that should you ever feel lost, there are 4 here who would listen, and there's one lady who is wiser than all of us put together. And I think of Jessica.
I'm turned to everybody else and say, so that's just it. We're just gonna let him go figure out his own stuff and hope he doesn't go bad.
If he's not in immediate danger, he's not in immediate danger.
We have
What
to
about all
give
these
him.
people that have been hurt?
We have to give him some point of free will to grow. If we cage him, he'll surely escape and fight back.
He'll land as you guys are discussing this. If you are concerned, you can contain me, but I do not intend. He'll look at all the people on the ground and stuff. I do not intend to harm anything else.
It's not like we could even contain him if we wanted to.
I would,
Fair enough.
for those injured, we should take them to the relevant medical care providers of this land.
Actually, before that's done, I'd like to just go ahead and start going around one by one and putting a heal on each of them.
You still
While
do
I
have
this
that, yeah.
power. I'll just heal each and every one of them for like 12 points of stamina damage.
You'll heal all of them. They'll start to stir. It's weird. You know, like somehow their muscles like jellified in that tube. Like they're all like weak. It's like they were in comas for like 12 years.
But they weren't there that long, right?
Yeah, no, and your skill, your magic, heals them, and they are able to. They start coming to. They start standing up. Wow, man, my head is throbbing.
All right. Well, some of these guys need to be like taken back to jail. as I
Yeah,
understand
one
it.
of them's like picking up a crab hat and putting it back on.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're not going to let them go or anything, but we'll heal them so they don't they're not in danger of dying or anything.
Yeah.
All right, so here's the thing. All of you guys are going back to jail. So if anyone doesn't want to go back to jail, you line up to fight the giant panther, and when you're ready to go back, I'll just take you back surface side.
They have a huddle.
I blinked at my seriously.
They huddle up with each other. They're talking, and then one of them will they'll stop talking. One of them will look at the panther, and then they'll start huddling again. Okay, I think we're gonna go to jail.
All right, yeah, that's a smart decision. I thought that's what you guys would say.
Hey, I told you guys it was the smart decision. He'll say this is affirming. But I mean, with the traveler train to jail, it's pretty easy. Especially since they are not resisting because they don't want to fight Duskwing.
I was thinking for a transition scene at some point we'll eventually be walking out of here and there could just be a paddy wagon at the top that you see a bunch of travelers loading a bunch of bad guys into. So the police could just take them all back in like a big truck.
So the Godbot leaves.
I guess we just let him go.
Duskwing, there was a time when I was not an honorable man. I was a very evil, despicable child who was raised to hate and to kill. I've spent almost all my life making up for that. If I think I can walk someone away from the path of darkness, then I'll try. But I promise you, if he forsakes that path, he does not get a second chance. Not for me, at least.
That's fine, but I'm kind of getting the feeling that you're not even forgiving yourself yet.
I smirk at that. You're not very.
No,
You're not-
seriously, man. How old are you? Like, I don't even know how old you are. How old are you?
I lean back.
You don't really
I don't
know.
think he knows how old he is. Is the
Yeah.
thing.
You have a guess. You have a rough estimate, but you lost some time at some point. You're probably in your 30s, right?
Yeah. I'm somewhere in my 30s or so. My early years were lost to me.
Right. When you say you were an evil child, you mean like, what, 10 years old?
I was old enough to hold a blade to my enemy.
I don't really know.
That
what
would be
means.
about.
All I know is you
13
seem
or
to be doing a
12.
lot of. You seem to be doing a lot of blaming yourself for things that were out of your control when you were very young. And as soon as you were able to be taken out of that environment and shown a better way, you may not have embraced it immediately, but ultimately you did, and you're a better person for it now. Stop beating yourself up over it, man. And I'm gonna reach down and put a paw hand on your shoulder, and I'm gonna say, that was all a long time ago. You're good now. You don't have to. You don't have to live every day like you just stepped out of it.
It is the reason I walk with such heaviness isn't so much I have walked an honorable path, so I know I am better than I was, but my sins have furthered the Dark One's power. Your world is in danger because of what he did, the evil he spread. I may have been turned to light by Jessica, but there are many others who have furthered his ends. So I know that every bit of darkness that remains, more will suffer until the Dark One is no more.
Two of the tube
But I've
minions.
Like, thanks. Like, yeah.
Two of the tube minions are holding each other and crying. Like, I never wanted to be a bad guy. Society left me no choice. I wanted to be a veterinarian. I wanted to be a baker. And then, like, it's my New York.
Don't they have
guy
education
accent.
programs in prison though?
Not their prison. They're in the bad prison. But yeah, that's the scene going on. So as you guys resolve this issue in a very interesting manner, yeah, you guys are free to go. I thought it was break time, but it's not. That's in like 30 minutes, which is good because I didn't want to stop here anyways. What's your plan now?
Now
Don't
to
we need
take
to
over the
report this
world.
into the Sentinel 6? Let them know the ultimate
Yeah, you can do that.
resolution.
It's probably a good idea.
I feel like
Don't worry about the
Traveler
god,
should
we
have
got
that.
it.
Yeah, I'll see if I can call their secretary and set up a meeting. I'll let you guys know. Is Thursday work for you guys? Is Thursday good? Is anybody like 2 o'clock Thursday? You have openings in your schedules, or
Yes, they will.
Thursday?
They will see you promptly.
oh, well, they're ready now. If you guys are ready.
That's kind of
Wow.
what I was expecting. Like, what are you talking about?
Well, yeah, they have sometimes they're busy, their schedules are packed. But no, it looks like they were able to pencil us in.
I sort of feel
Let's
like you were
do
trying
it.
to avoid them there, Traveler.
No, no, me. No, I love this superhero stuff. I can't wait until I'm on the Sentinel 6. I'm really excited for that. That's my dream.
You could be the Sentinel 6 all by yourself.
Sentinel 7?
When you're on it, will it stay 6 or will it be like Sentinel 12 at that point?
I don't know. That's a great question. Probably they'll have to keep it where it's at, or else they have to do a whole rebranding, marketing thing, new T-shirts, new hats. I can't imagine they'd want to do that.
Yeah, they probably aren't going to be letting new people in until someone retires or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of.
But
Let's go to that meeting.
yes. So you guys go. I'll say, yeah, you guys can meet at the manor at the X-Men house.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah, good. They're backed out. They got done rounding up people. Yeah, what's up, Rune?
There's one last thing before that scene finally came to an end. Were there any other people out on the streets who had been injured in any of the local damage or battle scenes that had occurred before,
It's
or
been
from the shaking ground or all that?
it's been mostly resolved.
Okay, because I was gonna like anybody who needed it, I'd throw a healing on them.
Yeah, we'll say
Well,
you threw
I could
heal
get-
on a
I
couple
could use a
people.
little bit, honestly.
I'll give you a heal. You can heal for 12.
I only needed 3, but I'm good.
There
I
you go.
barely. It's like that's something they hit earlier when I stepped in front of you.
The Sentinel 6-ish. That's funny. Y'all wind up at the manor. There's some activity going on. There's like the kids are excited. The students are there. They're excited about like they're talking about what happened. Like, oh man, you see like when Mr. Maximum did this. Like, there's a lot of that going on. Some of them will huzzah you guys. They'll be like, yeah, that was cool. We saw you on the news. That kind of thing.
Okay.
You'll enter the manor. There will be obviously like the big staircase going up. Moonflower's office is at the top of those stairs. If that is where you're going.
I'm following Traveler's lead. He knows this place better than I do.
Yeah, I'll walk up the stairs and open the door. I don't knock first. I just
Try it.
barge right in. That's right.
She's sitting there talking to Mr. Maximum.
Boy, that would have been embarrassing if she was making out with him.
They should have put a tie on the door.
That's true.
That's what the gritty reboot's for.
That's what the gritty reboot's for. Nice. In the Ultimate Universe.
Yeah, right.
They're talking. You'll barge in. She'll shoot you a little bit of a look, Traveler.
Oh, I thought you guys said to come on over.
Yes, of course. Have a seat. Bring
We're
your
all
friends.
free next Thursday around 2 if that works
Now
for you
will be
guys.
fine, nephew. She'll say dismissively. She knows what you're doing.
Master of courtesy, thy name is Traveler.
That's
Okay.
so funny.
We'll continue this talk later, Max. Yeah, absolutely. I look forward to it. Ha! He'll slap Traveler on the back and then leave.
Was it hard enough to deal a point of damage?
Not quite. He's normal size right now, so he's
12 endurance. Whack.
Wow. 12. That'd like kill someone. Well, put them unconscious anyway, yeah.
So you're back here. Did you find the bot?
Yes, we did. There was a whole jailbreak type of thing. There was some testing on human subjects, but that's all been cleared up, mostly. And then we let him go. And now we don't really know where he's at. But everything seems fine in a nutshell, right, guys?
You what?
We let him go. We don't know where he's at. He tested on people, and now we don't know where we don't know what he's up to. But
Okay.
it all seems
I'm
fine.
just gonna lay down like in
He
the middle of
kind
the
of
room.
promised to turn over a new leaf. Like
Yeah.
he kind of said he
Yeah.
would be a better dude. Sort of.
She's gonna narrow her eyes towards you, Bidet, and go, "Did he pinky promise?" Like very condescending. Like she's annoyed.
I'm gonna lay down like in the middle of the room, the way a cat will kind of like curl up a little bit, and I'm gonna say, "Yeah, you guys are making this as hard as you can. Why are you doing this?"
I just don't know what part of this that isn't being
He
translated.
made some sort of telepathic contact with all of our minds, and I don't really know exactly what, but I sort of get the sensation that that our fellow ally from Beyond the Shadow, in particular, made some sort of strong mental connection with him. But we did our best to convince him that he should be thankful for all the power that he's gained and understanding that he only exists because everyone on Earth even made it possible for him to exist. That he was literally created by man. And he seems to have at least 2 and maybe more personalities in there. And they all seem to be very new and they're sort of puzzling things out. And by the time we were done with our mental powwow or whatever the hell you want to call that, we were fairly certain because of our connection to him that he was genuine in his statements, that he had things that he needed to figure out and think about to understand for himself, and he didn't mean any harm.
It can enter
So
minds.
I don't think he can do it without permission, but I could be wrong. I mean, he can telepathically speak to me, but he didn't get anything out of me that I didn't want him
What
to.
about you, Wolfgang?
I let him within my mind so he may know the way of honor that I walked, that he now walks today.
She's been like leaning on her desk this whole time. She'll stand up and she'll gesture for you to come closer.
I'll walk closer. Although new Wolfgang will feel if will pay attention if the shield wavers while he's
There
approaching him.
is a slight tremor.
I stop short for a second.
It goes away. You might have been imagining it.
Have I caused some offense, perhaps?
Let me see if he did anything while he was in there.
I'll step closer, and I'm paying very close attention to the shield now. Now Wolfgang's super wary, because that should not have happened here. He should be among friends.
Yeah. No, there was definitely a stroke of danger there. She'll touch your head. Do you resist her?
Reluctantly, I do not.
If you resist her, she can still do it, but if you pass your test, you can make her not see certain things.
No, I'll open up. There's probably a half second of resistance, and then it's like, no, way of honor. She hasn't done anything. Open the door. It's fine.
She goes on in, and her touch is different than you've been touched in the mind a few times. Hers is very.
Excuse you?
Hers is very.
At this point, you should hold up the doll and say, "Officer, I was telepathically touched here this time."
Right here. She does me right.
Yeah, here, here, and here, and here, and here.
Mr. A. Dale, please stop bothering us.
Right in the medulla oblongata.
Her mind touch is very firm, but it's kind of gentle as well. It's not. You definitely don't feel like you're getting scrambled like you do a lot of the time. But yes. After she reads your mind, she'll go and she'll start like looking out the window at the kids playing. I have everything I need. You may leave.
So in my report, I'm just going to put that a mind-controlling, mind-reading robot tested on humans, and we let him go, and that he said he was going to be good now. That's good? That'll be good for the report?
You know full well what to put in your report, nephew.
Perfect. Got it. Thank you.
Yeah. She'll say that annoyed as well.
I'm going to sort of raise one of my bean fingers or whatever, and say, for the record, I really wasn't really in favor of just letting him go, but everybody else wanted to. I felt that he should be contained and monitored while he goes through his thought processes, particularly because we really don't know just what his powers are or what he can or can't do.
Oh, and they did say they were willing to be contained. I just don't think that that's even possible to contain this creature. It can form and bend matter with a flick of its finger.
Sorcery has ways.
I
started walking away, but I just say that offhand because I probably overheard it. It's like
she'll look over her
throw that out
shoulder
there,
at you
but-
when you say that, but she doesn't say anything.
I'll just get up and like start stalking towards the exit, and I'll say, I don't know. There's always beating him unconscious if he resisted, but sure, whatever. And I start.
That does tend to work, Duskwing. You are true on that.
Huh. I've never been able to get that to work for me.
Well, you're not a several
I'm over
pound
there.
panther.
I'm over there squeezing my scrawny arms like, never.
At the very least, he knows we don't mean him harm. So I guess there's that.
Let's hope that's
Or at
enough.
least not unwarranted harm. Like, we're not going to beat him up for nothing. He knows that.
Let's hope that is enough. We shall call off the search for now.
Thank you for taking the time to speak with us, ma'am.
Of course, Duskwing. Of
And I
course.
go walking out into like the main lobby or whatever.
As you guys all leave, there'll be like a as like Typhoon comes in.
Yeah.
He'll look at you guys. Hey.
Of all people to be late for the meeting.
I was right on time for the meeting. I didn't want to be there. He'll say.
Me either.
Well, I gotta go now anyways. So good luck, kid. He'll disappear again.
As a dick.
Your Guild of Heroes is intriguing.
To say the least.
That guy's real fast.
Indeed.
That's the only response I have to your league is intriguing.
It's been a long day. I start heading to the commissary at the school. Since we're there anyway,
What
there's
do
got
you
to be a
think?
commissary. Place to get some food, maybe a sandwich.
You mean a hot dog?
Hot dog is a sandwich.
Hot dog is a
Not
sandwich.
to me.
Hey, we're not starting this argument again, man.
Yeah, you guys can go to the cafeteria. There'll be several children. By children, I mean like teenagers eating in the place. There will be the girl with the multicolored hair will be there. I believe her name was.
I got it in my notes somewhere. Where did I keep that? Arg. I think we got the wrong notebook here.
Yeah, it's not mine either, which is annoying. But it's the girl from Eldritch Hollow that has a split personality. She is there. I feel like her name was like Megan or something.
I made a note, but now I misplaced that notebook.
It's all good. We'll figure it out. She's there. Hey guys, how's it going?
Oh, that's good. I really want to talk to her. I'll come wandering over and say, I've actually been worried about you. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay. Moonflowers helped me with my other. Things are more or less, I guess okay.
I'll sort of lean in a little bit and say, well, I'm really glad to hear it.
Thanks.
I'm sorry if you feel in any way that I may have gone back on my word after I said that I wouldn't give you up, but I felt that you needed help.
It turned out for the best, I guess. It's okay. No big deal. You guys hungry? She'll, you know.
I would love like a giant bowl of a whole box of cereal and milk if you could like make that for me and put it on the floor.
Yeah, so
No thumbs.
Someone will hook you up. But yeah, so there's a couple other children here. One of them is, I believe there's a goo boy here, right, Gary? Yeah.
Yeah, there is, and I'm pretty sure his name is the Slime.
Yeah, so the slime is here. There's just a couple other kids that are apparently, you can't see any deviations in them physically. But they're sitting there eating, laughing. A couple of them like throw stuff at slime. It's not very nice, but you know, it's like, haha, it's in his body. Ha. Like kids aren't gonna do that.
I really don't like that, and so when they go to do it again, I stop one of the things they throw at my telekinesis and throw it right back at them.
Whoa!
Knock it off, you little punks!
Food fight! I just throw a handful of chicken nuggies and mashed potatoes across the room. It's on now.
You hit one of the kids, and instead of doing what you want him to do, he just stand up. He's gonna be like, "Grow up!" and he's gonna like leave.
It's just me standing there alone with mashed potatoes on my hand now, like an asshole.
Yeah. You hit some kid that was uninvolved, and he's just like, "Grow up!" and he like gets out of here.
What's wrong with you, man? You threw mashed potatoes at a kid. What the hell?
I can
I'm-
feel
I'm-
the vibration in my shield. You're in danger of looking quite foolish. You might want to wash your hand.
I'm gonna say,
I'm surprised
Traveler,
that
you really
shield
weren't
doesn't
very
shake.
popular here, were you?
No.
I hate to say it, but I can kind of see why.
I spent 1/7 of my time here, and 6 other me's were doing other things I found much more interesting.
I'm sure.
Well, at least you were never bored. Or you were bored at the same time of not being bored.
Were you?
1/7 board.
I would imagine he
Seventh
was
board.
always bored.
That's exactly right.
That's
One of
wild.
us is always really bored.
At least one of you is always bored. But yeah, not the girl from
Ipanema.
Gotcha. You have a sandwich. I'll take a fire witch. There's a lot of stuff going on here right now. Thanks, fam. But yeah. So, case closed, guys. You did it. You turned in the quest. It was more or less job well done from her. She's like, okay, you did it. After she, read Wolfgang's mind, she felt a little better about your decision for sure. Traveler, you still have a report to write, but that's not that big of a deal. You don't actually literally have to do it. You can just be like, hey, Game Master, I wrote this report.
Yeah, I was writing the report already while we were in there talking to her.
Of
There was
course,
another me downstairs in the report room typing.
1800
You mean the guy who-
words, Times New Roman, double space.
The one who drew the short straw.
Mm-hmm.
I can see all the travelers together drawing straws, and the one that gets straws says, "Shit, I gotta go right now."
Its nose goes. They're, you're writing the report.
Yeah.
Why am I always the one that fails at this?
How am I even slower than you guys? It doesn't make sense.
It's pretty good. But yeah, so the kids come and go. You guys eat, and you are now essentially free to go about your business.
What day is it now? Like, I don't remember what day all this happened on.
It's Thursday.
It
Thursday?
is.
Is that right?
It's been a couple days, so yeah, it's close to the weekend.
Well, then I have to worry about my upcoming gigs.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to come see me perform at a show?
Are you gonna be playing? I'm not just gonna go to. I'm not just gonna go to any venue. Where are you gonna be playing?
I'll tell them the name of some place where I've got a gig to play.
Oh, that place is gross.
I'll be playing with a band, not by myself.
I mean, I'll go to Just Anywhere. I'll go see you, Dustwing.
Well, I'll be Blake, of course, but yes.
Draw bigger
I will see
crowd if you were Dusk. Hey, you guys want to watch this cat play the piano really good?
Need to be a pretty big piano. Big keys.
You know, I could always duplicate him, and he could be Blake and the Duskwings. That would really draw a crowd.
There you go.
Well, I figured if I ever really need to protect my secret ID, that I was going to count on you for that trick anyway.
That's a
Look,
plan.
Superman and Clark Kent are in the same room. Why do they look so alike? Anyway, must be the glass.
Yeah. So, yeah, we can do some people stuff now. You guys can do some people stuff.
Well, if we got days before that, we can do things with other people until we get to my concert.
Yeah, essentially. So you guys can give me we'll do a day in the life of each of you. We've done a couple of these. We haven't, it doesn't have to be too elaborate. Just kind of to give us a sense of what you're doing when you're not wearing your cape, metaphorically.
I got this big old book full of no.
Wolfgang's playing D&D.
But for Wolfgang's part, the short story for him is that he would go to Jessica and help her as best he can to help her acclimate to this world and teach her because he's had the last year to learn about this place and, tell her about Sleepy Hollow, tell her about what's been happening, tell her what a television is, here's how you can buy a phone, so on and so on and so on, basically, because he wants to spend as much time as he can with her. Also, she's probably our best hope to stop the Dark One. So I'm also low-key protecting her because I'm scared someone's going to try to kill her. Because if I was an assassin, that's what I would do.
Too.
Huh?
What
was that, Rune? Sorry?
I was going to say, yeah, plus set her up with a place to live and all that, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, she'll. I mean, yeah, you help her, no problem. She's probably gonna live in the community house. Honestly,
Yeah.
it's the most familiar place around here. While you're doing that, you do get the typical like who's who of Eldritch Hollow coming, messing with you. Elizabeth will say hi, ask about the Godbot, that kind of thing. Are we still in
Yeah.
danger from that by any chance?
He now has begun his journey on the way of honor.
Really?
He must. So, should he stay on it, he will be a boon to us all.
She'll do y'all's religious like rosary when you say that.
Mm.
Well, let's hope. Well, good job, I guess. Hopefully it takes. You'll also notice, tents are going up, all kinds of stuff's happening. They're getting pretty close to the Renaissance Fair that's supposed to start this coming week. Anything of note that you want to do other than that?
I would tell Jessica about Godbot and my connection with him and what I taught him as best as I could. Other than that, I would probably, in my free time, if I wasn't doing something like that, I'd probably be seeking out any other magical items that I have. Because I did have, when I was a hero, more than just my shield and sword. I just lost it all when I came here.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that's all my other powers. It's like, I have other powers. I have magic items. I don't know where they are right now, so I have to go find them again. Hopefully they're here. If not, maybe someone knows where they are.
Hopefully they are here. Yeah, you can go look for rumors and stuff. We'll say you talk to the guy at the curio shop, and he'll keep a lookout for you. He'll be like, "Yeah, I'll let you know if there's anything." We'll pop on over to which one wants to go next. If there's a volunteer, I'll call on somebody if there's no volunteer.
Madame Leota literally just spends her days at the shop seeing some new clients. She does some light probing to see if they've noticed anything weird, to see if maybe some of them have run into the Dark One or anything like that, but mostly just servicing clients and eating sandwiches.
Yeah, give me a you guys communicate with willpower, right? Yeah, willpower. Give me a willpower check. Let me see how this goes for you.
7.
7. I didn't roll very well. So, you do get some information. You don't get any information about the Dark One, but a lot of your clients, like, a lot of weird things, lights flickering, strange noises at night. Is there anything, do you have anything does sage really work? Like, I feel like there's some dark energy around.
Definitely can hook you up with some sage and some crystals, maybe a little Florida water.
Oh, thank you, Madam Bonet. So you'll get a lot of that, but one person, it is a young woman. She is like early 20s, rail thin, very pale, dark hair, sharp features, wearing she's wearing like a cardigan sweater over just a plain shirt, some pretty plainly dressed is my point. And she looks like you can see some bags under her eyes. She complains about having trouble sleeping. There's just, I don't know. I don't feel safe, she'll say. Which is different. That's different than what you normally get. It's a little strange.
That's a little unusual. Have you tried melatonin?
Yes, I tried melatonin. I try sleeping pills. They haven't helped. I keep waking up in the middle of the night. I feel like someone's watching me. I don't know what to do.
I don't normally do house calls, but take this sage home, and if nothing happens, it's still the same tonight. Give me a ring, and maybe I'll come by.
Oh, thank you, Madam Bonet. She'll leave. Fun. I like things. Things are fun. We'll say her name. Where's my section for this? NPCs, where are you? Yeah. So we'll say that her name is. We'll call her Amy. Making a note. Yeah. So you have a kind of an uneventful time, but you get some information. There definitely seems to be an uptick. Your clients don't normally all say, "Hey, there's dark energy," but this time they did. Traveler, what are you doing?
While the city sleeps, crime does not, and neither does Traveler. I am debuting my new costume during these nights. One or two travelers is just going to walk around the street looking like an easy target, backpack on their back with one arm, trying not to pay attention. The other 5 travelers are wearing long black trench coats with collars that come up and block the face, and really long, big black brimmed hats so you can't see what he looks like. And I am out fighting crime from both the ground and the rooftops at the same time.
Nice. So that goes pretty well. That's a pretty good system. Give me
a powers check.
Yeah, sure. We'll call it powers.
Yes. Do I use coordination for my power? Probably. But I have a +2 because I have ring specialty power.
Yes.
That was kind of my...
Yeah.
All right, so it's going to be an 8. And then I'll actually use a determination to re-roll that 1.
Yeah,
because who wants a 1?
Who wants a 1?
Yeah.
That's better.
Yeah, that is much better.
So you got 10. Yeah, not the worst. You have a couple.
11?
11. Yeah.
11.
Is it?
An 8. Yes. It's plus. Is it plus coordination, right?
Well, it's your power. You define what stat it works with.
Oh, that's right. And then +2.
It's your
So
skill, your power, yeah.
Yeah, the teleportation. Yeah, so it's 8, 9, 10. Right?
You can add your power as well. Like that could be what you use to roll.
Oh,
Yeah, you
my
could just use
literal
the
rank
raw
and my
power.
power?
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be just
Oh.
your power plus your skill
I
check
see.
bonus.
I see. Yeah,
so
so
if you
that's
have rank 7 power, that would give you a 9 plus your d6 roll.
funny. I actually have a rank 5 teleportation, but 8 duplication. But I'll be using more teleportation for this, threatening to drop people from the rooftops and such.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'll be dangling people from rooftops. I'll be teleport punching and beating up groups of bad guys where they think there's going to be one traveler. All of a sudden, there's 6. And just totally swarming and overwhelming people will be my weekend.
Yeah, you pretty much. I mean, that was just I was checking to see if you accidentally stirred the wrong alleyway or something. You know what I mean? You do pretty much just find degenerates that are mugging people. Nothing too like you're not coming across a secret werewolf or something.
Yeah, there's like a Batman style monologue for the whole page that I'm doing this about how I don't sleep and I fight crime and there are a bunch of me and I can be anyone, anywhere, and that's
I become the city that I
yeah,
protect.
that's right. With my ability to move around and my disguise prowess, I could be anyone, anywhere. You never know when I might strike. That kind of thing.
Sounds like more Darkwing Duck, but okay.
Thanks. Yeah, that's...
I'm fine with that. Darkwing Duck's the shit. Yeah, Duskwing.
I was going to say, with his ability to disguise himself and look like anyone and be anywhere, you never know whose car he's going to steal next.
Yeah, that's true. Duskwing, what are you doing before the weekend show happens?
Well, obviously, I'm going to get back to my van and park it down by the river, get on my cell phone, make sure it's charged up, call the buddies in the band, five finger discount that I'll be playing with. And what? They started off as a 5-finger Death Punch cover band. I
love that. That's great.
It's pretty good.
Thank you. But I had to move them away from just being a cover band for one band. We go over the set. I contact the other guys in the band, get together for a quick rehearsal, go over the set list we're going to do, and otherwise generally get prepared for that
Gotcha. So you're doing that kind of stuff. That's not a
and
problem.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we get a little
Right.
insight into your life. So that was a
I mean,
day.
hopefully I'm just hopeful that my weirdness magnet doesn't pop up and create trouble for me, but it always could.
It always could. So yeah, that's a day in the life of our heroes here, and we'll get to the show, the Five Finger Discount show, here after our break. Don't forget hashtag icons gets you into our giveaway. We are always giving away copies of Icons Assembled Edition. Don't forget to check out Steve Kenson's Patreon. It is Patreon/Steve Kenson. It's really easy to find. To help him, and you get a bunch of stuff. You get all kinds of superhero related goodies from backing that Patreon. And we'll be right back. Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to Fresh Out the Box Plays Icons for Cancer. I'm still the Game Master, Johanan.
I'm still the co-host, Casualty CDG, and I'm still playing Ryan Richards, a.k.a. Traveler.
I'm AD Springer, also known as Corbinian, and I am in the process of trying not to kill Wolfgang Aidendale, the hero from Beyond the Shadow.
I'm still A. Jordan Lambert, and I will still be playing Madame Leota Bonet.
I'm Riley Davis, aka Rune, and I'm still playing Blake Darcell, aka Duskwing.
Yeah, so with the Godbot issue seemingly squared away for now, you guys all went back to your normal lives. Some of you did some crime fighting. And this weekend, which is now, Blake will be playing in a band called a 5-Figure Discount at, we'll call it, what's a good bar name? Dive bar name. It's a good dive bar name.
That has rock music? I don't know. Yeah.
2020 Club?
Because of hindsight?
The Muck Bucket.
No.
I don't know why that bar's called that. That's a bar from a local bar. I'm like, yeah, that sounds like a dive bar to me.
Muck Bucket.
Yeah, that's why I didn't want to go.
Wow.
It's like 20/20 or something like that. I don't know what the word is. Like,
Oh, there's a good one. Vampire Pops calls it the Dugout. So it's almost like it was once a sports bar, but they ran seedy, like in a seedy neighborhood, so it didn't.
they reinvented themselves, and then they're like, you don't know how to reinvent a bar.
They used to mean it in the baseball way, but now they mean it in the drug way.
Right.
Ooh.
Because the dugout works for both. So,
Yep.
you guys, is everyone going to this? Everyone at the dugout?
I'll even invite Lady Jessica if she wants to hear modern music, contemporary music for the land of Crossroads.
Yeah, sure. She's interested. She's much better now. She's like not all bedridden and frail anymore.
Yeah.
She's had some time. But yeah. Oh, good. This place is very charming, she'll say. She looks around, trying to appraise whether or not like this is just what stuff looks like or if this is a shitty bar.
A little bit of both.
A little bit of both.
Depends what one is looking for.
She'll be talking to the bartender, like trying to get them to give her a recommendation. They'll give her like a cranberry vodka or something.
How dare thee! I killed now.
So you brought Lady Jessica. What are you doing, Lambertra?
I am nursing a beverage and am really excited to listen to 5-Finger Discount.
Did you bring anybody?
Oh, no.
Okay.
She who travels alone travels fastest.
Sure.
Huh.
Traveler, or any of your plethora here?
I'm very busy fighting crime. The life of a crime fighter doesn't leave time for enjoying such mundane things as concerts. But I do spare one traveler in plain clothes to come here.
So yes, okay.
Just one.
Hey, one can turn into many at a moment's notice. So
That's right.
it's all good. Yeah. So everyone's here. You guys sit together?
I would say before the show, I'd be out hanging out with the guys for a little bit. Like 15 minutes before we're going to go on stage, I'll go back and get ready with the band. But for now, I'll be out here.
I'd certainly sit with Bonet and Traveler.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm hanging out with the friends.
Yeah. So you guys all get a booth. Oh,
Plus, Lady Jessica gets to meet them outside of a life or death situation.
I had a lot of friends that wanted me to sit at their table, but I decided I would sit with you guys.
Yeah, team building!
Traveler says that, and you know that no one there knows who he is, and if they do, they don't like him.
Hell, we don't like it. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, we're supposed to be role-playing.
Lady Jessica will be wearing a less elaborate dress, but still a dress. But she's not wearing like a Renaissance dress. You talked her out of it. It's still probably a little too nice for this place. And she'll sit down. She'll be like, this material is sticky.
I would not lick one's hand. Whatever's been left behind, you will want to wash off later.
That's good advice. Don't lick your hands.
Lovely, she'll say. And she'll...
I don't
If
know.
I may say, Blake will be dressed more glammed up than normal because she's going to be going on stage soon. So, the hair's been teased up and, wilder than normal. The long hair's been teased more glam, rock style. There's been some eyeliner applied, that sort of thing.
I so wanted you to be hair metal. Just
Well,
completely.
he's not quite that far gone. He's closer to Bowie than that.
Yeah, as you started to describe it too, I was like, oh, hell yeah, full hair metal, like,
Not
that's
not
okay.
quite full on, hair metal, but it's close. It's not Twisted Sister. It's more like White Snake.
Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, but yeah, he's got the eyeliner and his hair's been fluffed up, and he's dressed fairly nicely with a shirt with frills on the edges, so he can put a leather vest over it and look fancy on stage and all that. And say,
Lady Jessica will put her hand on your forearm and go, "You look lovely, Blake."
thank you, ma'am. That's highly appreciated.
This outfit is great. You should wear this all the time.
I was thinking the same thing.
You guys are crazy. I got to go get ready for the show.
It's a shame that thing happened to you, because if it didn't, you could fight crime like this, and that would be next level.
Oh yeah.
You get a shot
I
in the arm
just
from
turn
me.
and I just give you guys the most withering look as I go walking backstage to get ready.
I mean, that's basically what you wear. I point to Madame Bonet.
That's true.
That's why I like it so much. We're like twinning.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I'm the only one who sort of doesn't fit in with what this band has going.
I'm just gonna.
Hey, there are 7 of you. One of you. No? Okay. Maybe one
Dude,
of you
it's
won't.
funny because of the one of me, of 6 of me right now are wearing leather, and the only one that came here isn't.
I'm not gonna ask.
What are you dressed like, Wolfgang?
Oh, I'm still in my traveling attire. It's just been freshly cleaned, and there's probably a hint of incense perfuming the clothing a bit to make it smell a little nicer.
People will give you a couple looks for sure.
And I do have my shield and sword, because of course I do.
Wolfgang, do you think anybody has introduced you to Axe body spray yet? And do you think it was like a miracle for your character?
What? I use soap and water, you fiend. I don't use your silly Axe body spray nonsense. I want to be able to smell 5 minutes from now.
It's great for the adventurer on the go.
No.
You reminded me of a touch that I completely forgot. But since you mentioned our smell, it's clear that Blake has been smoking clove cigarettes before the show, because the scent of cloves is wafting about him.
The traveler probably came in with a cup of coffee and then probably ordered a cup of whiskey and is making himself an Irish coffee. Some whiskey and some Baileys. I'm just drink concoctioning over here.
Don't use the whipped cream here.
Oh, don't lick your hands.
I was saying that don't use the whipped cream because it's no good. People in the back have been doing whippets. The cans have no air left in them.
Hold on, I'll be right back. And I step into the back.
You should lick your hands in public, guys. Were you just going out in public and licking your hands?
That's what I'm saying.
Well, in certain fairy woods in my homeland, there are, when you touch certain things and you lick your hand, you can get different flavors and dreams. Not a thing that happens here, which is a thing I discovered one too many times. That was a very unpleasant experience.
Have you seen Willy Wonka? Because what you're saying right now sounds like Willy Wonka.
That is an amazing film. I much enjoyed it.
This is a dive bar. Some guy's gonna overhear some of this. He's like in a crusty army jacket. He's missing some teeth.
Hey, did somebody say whippets?
Can I lick your hands and taste your dreams? He'll say to Wolfgang.
Not today, sir.
Fuck you then. He'll go off, and you'll hear him proposition someone else for a handling.
You know, you can tell that some people, they moved here. Some people came here for work. They came for the families. That guy right there, you could tell from his charm that he's a local. He's definitely from the Crossroads. That's one of my people.
I noticed.
He may have precognition. You should have let him lick your hand.
Somehow I doubt that's what would have occurred. I just would have had a damper hand.
That's almost a power in itself.
No, don't lick your own hand. Don't let other people lick your hand in public.
Unless it's an art piece, at which point there'll be much clapping and intricate reviews online.
Never mess with someone.
You're going online now. I'm proud of you, Wolfgang.
Well, the phone speed's very slow, but flicks out his flip phone. Very small pictures.
Yes, I am having much trouble with the crushing of candy. Lady Jessica will say. Very interesting. No matter how much I defeat, more is coming, like the endless tides of the Dark One. She'll be crushing candy on her phone. But yeah. So
as she says that, from the stage, a sound issues forth, and it's a long, low guitar note that gets louder and louder, and then a drum beat comes in on it, and the next thing you know, Foreplay by Boston is playing, but it's not Boston. It's the band.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's time for the show to start. Go ahead, give me a performance check. Let's see if you guys suck or not.
Can we roll a pose to heckle him? No, I'm just kidding.
I'm rolling my difficulty based on venue for these.
I got one under my maximum here.
Okay.
I have a 14.
Nice.
For my performance.
Not bad. That is a... Let's see.
Marginal failure. What?
Yeah. That's got to be a success of some kind.
It is a success. It's a major success. They play and they do rock. They're pretty good. Pretty good. They do. There's some cheering. No one boos, except like some guy that's drunk and wants to hear Freebird. All in all, it's pretty decent. There's only like one scuffle, but people seem to dig it. Yeah.
Okay. Do you want me to tell people about the set, or just post it in the chat? Maybe, I don't know.
You can say what you're playing, I guess.
Okay. Well, Foreplay, of course, segues into Long Time. Does the full both songs together, and the singer probably not quite as good as the guitarist, but you can make a performance role for the singer if you want.
I was just having you do it for all of it.
Okay. Then
you're the front man.
Fair enough. But yeah, it then goes to The Spirit of Radio by Rush, and then a rousing rendition of Rebel Yell by Billy Idol. Then Radar Love by Golden Earring, or as performed by Golden Earring. Then I Believe in a Thing Called Love by The Darkness.
Yeah.
At that point, there's like a 15-minute break, and we'll take a break, and they don't do all their songs in one set,
Yeah.
But yeah. So I'll be able to come back and join the guys and conversate.
Absolutely.
Sound good?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's very loud, she'll say to Wolfgang.
Apparently that's intentional. I'm not sure why they hate their hearing so much.
When you've heard the things that we have on this...
What was that?
When you've heard the things that we have on this plane, you don't need to keep hearing stuff.
Weird, the chat tried to block the word foreplay. You know what? That's what's wrong with America.
That's fair.
Right?
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair. That's the problem.
Foreplay's a dirty word. I don't want... that's there's all of our problems summed up right there.
It's fair that the general use of it is dirty, yes. In this case, it's not. Yes. All right.
Is it by the band, yes? Or, sorry.
Yeah. I could perform something by yes. I love them. Anyway, after after our first half of the set or whatever, we'll call a break and I'll come down off stage directly and walk over to the booth with my after taking my guitar off and leaving on stage. So, how'd we do?
So far, so good.
What? No, I'm just kidding. It was good.
You about
Now, if only
blew
we could get,
Lady
like, someone
Jessica's.
from a record company to hear us.
You about blew her eardrums out and onto the floor. So maybe turn your amps up a little louder. They go to 11.
Unfortunately,
Yeah,
they do
that
not.
one goes to 11.
We can't afford the ones that go to 11.
They're
Only
louder.
wealthy rock stars can afford those.
Yeah, they're louder by one, of
I'm
course.
fairly certain that's inaccurate.
So
That is a great bit in that movie. Goddamn.
a girl will come up with her bleach blonde hair and her crop top t-shirt. She'll be twirling her hair and chewing gum. Are you like with the band?
I'll turn at her and say, I'm the guitarist.
Wow, that's like super cool.
What does this girl look like?
I mean, she's pretty. I mean,
Okay.
she's not like a movie star. She's like
A local.
she's like 12 o'clock pretty.
Oh, God.
Yeah. It's better than 2 o'clock pretty. And it's much better than 4 o'clock.
Yeah. All right. Well. I'll say, well,
You can turn
Like
some lights
yourself.
on. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
God.
I just clued in.
I don't know.
I'm sitting here like, what the hell are you all talking about?
I don't know. I'm doing my best.
Oh, I'm so glad.
I'll just sort of smile and say, okay, cool. I'm glad you're enjoying the show. And I'll turn back to my friends in the booth.
Are you gonna blow her off?
I mean, I'm not going to totally blow her off or be completely rude, but I came to talk to my friends. Is
Yeah.
sort of the feel I give her.
Mm-hmm. Whatever. And she's like gonna leave.
Okay, good.
Plain old
I
man
told her I'm
music.
glad she's enjoying the show.
Oh,
What?
Damn, that was cold.
cold as ice.
She says you're.
He's
playing
willing to
old man
sacrifice
music.
their love.
I was
There is
trying
no
hard
love.
not to say it, Gary. I was trying so hard not to say it.
I'll be like,
Well,
dude, I don't even know that freaky chick, or she's probably twice my age.
Oh no, she was your age.
I'm
Probably.
18, man.
Yeah, she's a
My
kid.
character's only in the bar because he's in the band. I'm not drinking. He's not even old enough to be in the bar.
It's fair. You're definitely
Well,
not
she's
the
definitely
only.
older.
You're definitely not the only person that's not old enough to be.
has
Yeah,
your
that's true. I mean, especially ladies in particular often let in, even though they're too young, because it attracts more men to the bars.
It's true.
I mean,
Men are
that's just
despicable.
It is despicable, but it is just the way the world is. But nevertheless, my assumption was that she was probably older than me and probably a little skeevy. So
So, your musical troupe, are you going to craft any of your own epic ballads? I recognize some of your music from the radio.
I have to be honest. I've been working on my own stuff, and I got a few licks that I really like and everything. But man, I just don't have the talent for writing good lyrics. I mean, I think I can perform and write good music and make my own songs that way, but I need a lyricist who can finish them out and actually make a real song out of them. Like, I could do like an instrumental song that's all mine, sure, but I can't write good lyrics like me no good poet do.
Just then, the RZA materializes. Did someone say lyricist? No,
Who?
the RZA.
Who's that? Wait, I'm missing something.
So Wu-Tang for life, baby.
Wu-Tang.
Oh, the Razah. Right, okay.
RZA.
Maybe I pronounced
He's actually a superhero.
Have no
See.
fear.
Wu-Tang Clan is here.
Well, that would be fucking awesome. Yeah.
Pretty cool. Wu-Tang
That
Clan.
could
fighting
actually, that would deter a lot of crime if the Wu-Tang Clan just showed up. I think people would
Especially if they
stop.
fight crime like they did in their video game, because they're just killing motherfuckers left and right.
Mhm.
That was a fun game.
Wu-Tang for president.
But
yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, you go
No,
ahead.
you go ahead.
Fine. Is no one within your musical troupe skilled with the lyrical and poetic word?
Well, see, here's the thing. They were just a cover band of another band called Five Finger Death Punch before I joined them. Like, they have another guy who also plays guitar, but like, their whole shtick when they got together as a group was just to cover their favorite band's songs. And I've sort of convinced them to give this a shot with me. And they're giving it a try, but I don't think they even have any, like if they have any desire to write their own songs, they haven't told me about it.
I might suggest to you reaching out to Theodore the Fair-Hearted in the Village. He will. I mean, the lyrics are a bit picturesque for contemporary music, but I believe you may be able to add a modern instrumentality to his, shall we say, folksy roots. Although he's folksy roots, yet tries to sing as if for lords. He's very. I look at Lady Jessica, look back. Pretentious, but I hear that works well in rock music when put to a fast bit of
I
music.
guess it can, sure. I mean, I'm not a bad singer either. I mean, I can sing too, but
Oh, maybe you sing better than he does. He's a great
Uh,
writer. I'll give him
I-
that, but
I mean, I primarily think of myself as a musician, but I can sing too. Like, I could go in front if I have to. I mean, the
you
next
may
song
have
we
to.
do, I'm
Please do
actually
not
gonna-
let Theodore sing for all that.
I'm
is
actually going
good.
to sing the first song of the next set.
Oh,
But
good.
yeah, Theodore the Fair-Hearted has been added to Eldridge Hall. Yeah, it's time for your next, the final half of your set.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll go ahead and just post them in the chat, but I'll describe them as well. So the second part of the set is a bit shorter, but it's got long songs in it. Like,
Yeah.
several of the songs are twice as long as normal songs, so it's going to come out at the same amount of time. The first one, and this one I'll actually be doing lead singing on as well as the guitar, All Along the Watchtower by Jimi Hendrix Experience.
I watch for glowing spines. Sorry, I'm good.
Yeah. And then we'll do a Dream On by Aerosmith.
Yeah.
Followed by White Snake's The Still of the Night. And finished off with Rock Bottom by the band UFO. Which, if y'all don't know that song, you've got to look it up. It's fucking amazing.
Go ahead and give me another check.
Sure thing. This time I would like to try to use one of my qualities to enhance the music somehow.
Which one?
And I would say
Oh.
Weirdness Magnet seems like the one that's most appropriate.
Uh-oh.
Sure.
It might cause problems too, but there you go. Oh, look at that. Another great roll. But because I used my Weirdness Magnet, it's going to be a 16.
Yes,
Who knows,
that
maybe.
is a massive success. They are great. We'll say Lady Jessica really likes Dream On.
It's a good song.
She's never heard it.
Great song.
It's her first time. She likes it a lot. But yeah. So you get people on their feet. People are enjoying the show for sure. It goes well.
Maybe I was lucky and there was a record exec in the crowd, or somebody in the music business.
It's an agent of the Dark One. He's here to offer you a deal.
That would be interesting, right? That would be hilarious.
We are in the crossroads.
Yeah, anything could happen.
Talk about a
Sell your soul, you'll get success.
But yeah, we put out a great set. Apparently, the whole band performs extremely well.
Weirdest magnet, huh? Lady Madame Baudet, you notice somebody sitting off in the corner, holding their head. looking, not really paying attention to what's going on around them. They're nursing a drink. You recognize this person's sweater. It is your customer from before, Amy.
I look around the table and I tell everybody I'll be right back, and I go make my way over to Amy's table and sit down. Glad you came out tonight.
She'll jump. Huh. You scared me.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
She looks pretty razzled.
Are you doing better?
She's looking around like her eyes are flicking around like back and forth like a paranoid nut job. She's like, I had to get out of the house. I had to get away. I came down the street to the bar.
Things are not better.
I don't think so. I thought the sage helped at first, but I don't know. The dreams are worse now. I keep having them when I'm awake.
How about we enjoy the rest of the show, and then after it's over, we'll go take a look at your place.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I'd like that. She'll sit there nursing her drink.
Cool.
But yeah,
I'll come meet you when the set's over.
like at her place.
Yeah.
Okay. She'll
Because
look.
first, I want to go back to my table and tell the rest of these guys what's up.
Yeah. She'll leave.
I go back to the table and I clue everyone in on what my other clients were saying. There's such a lot of dark energy, the problem with Amy, and I tell them, listen, guys, I know ghosts. This doesn't sound like a ghost. Something else is afoot here.
And it seems like street level crime is on the uptick. It's almost like something is infecting these people.
I look to Jessica. Is darkness moving, you think?
Perhaps. But darkness always moves in the hearts of men.
In this panel, you see a guy falling from a building, and he lands in a dumpster, and it just barely doesn't knock him out. And then another traveler walks up and takes the guy's cigarette and puts it out on his chest. It's like, I don't want to see you around here again. Clean up your act. And then back to the bar.
Okay. Fair enough. But yeah, perhaps could be supernatural. But as you have told me, this world is full of its own woes.
Could
I
not
think there's
darkness
something going on.
could not darkness be reaching through your client's dreams and plaguing them into ill deeds?
Quite possible. That's why I think we should go as a group.
Then I will certainly go with you. For even failing elsewise, they're a person in need. If I can help, I'll try.
Look, you guys figure out what's spreading this darkness, and I'll help where I can. You know you've got my help.
Excellent.
Oh, and I'll actually lean back in my seat a bit, and I'll text. We need to meet to Rune after show. Which you're on stage, you won't see it right away, but I'm hoping your character will see it later.
Yeah.
In between songs or afterwards, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, this is your weirdness magnet activating. I wasn't gonna put this in right now, but weirdness ensues. So yeah.
smashes it.
The set goes well. People like it.
There,
Everyone's
there's
happy.
no smashing cars.
You
Can't
guys,
afford that.
You guys get paid. And
Oh,
yeah,
do we get paid well? That's the question.
you get paid okay. Yeah.
Good.
You guys rolled pretty well, so you drew a decent crowd, and then you guys get like a portion of sales kind of thing.
Right.
I think that's usually the deal.
Should be the deal.
And we didn't drink it all away.
Yeah, hopefully not.
What do you
Well,
mean
we're a
it's not
bunch of
all
high school
comp?
guys, so yeah.
You guys do it.
All right, great.
But now,
After the set, we'll be taking our bows, and I'll be pulling out my phone and seeing the text, and I'll just kind of glance up at the booth and give you a nod, and then put my phone away, and I finish, doing whatever stuff we have to do to break down, for
This
the
message
set,
has
'cause
been sent to you by Nokia.
we don't just leave our stuff. We have to take all our things and put them in the van and all that stuff. But yeah.
you guys gather outside of the dugout. Her apartment is just down the street. It's not very far. But as you guys are gathering, waiting for Duskwing to finish loading up equipment, which doesn't take long, you're here shortly after this. But Lady Jessica, will it not be strange to show up to her domicile with so many? Mostly looking at Madame Bonnet, because it is your client.
I think that she wants to be able to sleep at night.
Okay.
Perhaps courtesy demands that I might not, given this world, but informing your friend that we are here to help before we barge in traveler style upon your friend.
They call this an after party, and all you have to do is pick up a six-pack on the way.
Wolfgang looks at you puzzled, as that is something he hasn't encountered yet. He wonders if you're just pulling his leg or not.
No, that's it. After parties are a real thing.
Okay.
After we finish
This is
loading
not
the
necessarily an
equipment,
after party, but that's the thing that happened.
Oh, well, I
It's an
kind of zoned
excuse,
out for the
though.
reason why we were going to her house. I just told you guys I would help. I figured you'd do all the heavy lifting mentally, and I'll bring a six-pack?
I mean, I won't say no to a free drink.
Yeah, can't hurt, right?
I mean, for all we know, she's simply just bedeviled by memories, and we're just paying a visit. If not, well, sword and psionics and sorcery will see the day through. Or teleportation.
How about
find-
this? How about we go to the front door, and Wolfgang, you can do the shield thing. And if the shield doesn't make any noise, then everybody else go home and I'll deal with it. But if the shield makes a noise, then we're all going in.
If the shield doesn't make a noise, what do you want me to do with the six-pack?
Well, we're taking it with us. It's our six-pack now.
You guys...
The van will. Yeah. I'm gonna say my van comes around from the back of the club, and I'll poke my head out and say, "All right, am I packed up? Do we need to? Do you guys need a ride, or where are we going? What's going on?"
You can see your apartment from here. It's pretty close.
Well, I'll just leave my van parked here then and lock it up.
Yeah.
What's up? What's going on? Like, I don't even know what's happening here.
One of my clients, Amy, has been plagued with restlessness and thinks that there's a darkness in her apartment. I suspect that it could be the darkness, not the band, the thing.
I was just gonna say, if it's dark there, I want their autograph.
Yeah.
But okay, sure. That sounds like something we should investigate if you're worried about it. I mean, you're the psychic, right? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Yeah, exactly.
The real psychic.
Yes.
Okay.
She isn't actually psychic, Lady Jessica.
I still don't know if she is or isn't, Lady Jessica.
Interesting.
She plays a very convincing one.
let's go check it out, I guess.
Yeah, you guys show up at the apartment.
Was somebody saying something about a 6-pack?
One of the travelers has a 6-pack. You guys arrive at the apartment.
Okay.
It is.
I'm Blake.
It's a decent apartment. It's not particularly nice or anything. It's just not a hovel. You know, there's no like roaches or anything. But there are some flickering lights. Yeah, you guys are outside the apartment. Everything after that is up to you. Who's knocking? What you doing? That kind of stuff.
I take my shield off my back and hold it up to the door.
Wah, 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 wah.
My shield is warbling strongly. There's danger beyond this door.
I told you guys. I knock on the door.
Is
Amy?
the lady with us? Is the client with us too?
No, she went home.
Already. Yeah.
So
We're being
she's
already
already in the apartment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you knock,
Okay.
the door.
I'll be
slowly
like,
opens.
"Shit."
It's like really dark in there, and then a hand appears on the door. And
Like her hand or
she pokes her head out around the corner. Hello?
Oh, you have won the award for creepiest door opening in the world. Here is your 6-pack. My name is Ryan Riches. It's truly a pleasure to meet you.
I'll be like, hey, we're here for the after party. Weren't you gonna like meet one of the guys in the band? I give her a big smile. I try to convince her.
Right, the band.
I'm already
I was
barging.
in the band that played tonight at the bar.
I'm
Didn't you-
barging
didn't you
in
wanna-
a
I
traveler.
was in charge.
She
You
does
wanna
not. She seems to not know what you're talking about. Strangely enough, she wasn't paying attention. She was in her own world. But yes,
If you couldn't hear it, that's crazy.
the bar. No, she
I'll
heard
still
it.
try.
She just No, she'll let you guys in. Yeah. Come
Is this couch for everyone?
Come on in. Yeah, sure. Make yourselves at home.
sorry, Amy. I brought some friends to
I-
try and help me fix whatever's going on.
Oh, they can help.
Yes.
Well,
Do you want me to take my shoes off before I step on the carpet, or is that
no,
how are you about shoes on the carpet?
No,
I
that's-
guess is my question.
That's fine.
Okay.
I'll say, didn't you hear that the power of music can solve anything?
No. She'll say, "Was I supposed to?" And she'll like look around.
guess,
I want
maybe.
to start looking around her apartment. What is our equivalent of investigation if this is
Okay.
analogous to Dungeons and Dragons?
Yeah, you can do
Awareness?
awareness to see clues. You can. What's the bottom one?
Willpower.
Willpower.
Yeah, it's probably awareness.
Probably awareness.
Yeah.
I would assume it's awareness.
That's a 12, baby!
There you go.
I don't have
Max
any particular
roll.
skills for
GG.
it, but I will also look around.
Nice.
Just to see if anything
Big
catches
12.
my eye.
So you do succeed. This is a moderate success. Not bad at all. You're looking around. So you'll notice a few things. Her house is it's untidy. There's a lot of things that need doing. It's not like disgusting, but there's a lot of dishes in the sink. Her fridge is like ajar. And there's like a slight odor emanating. There's a pile of laundry on one of the chairs in the living room. Her bathroom's a mess. And her room is pretty cluttered.
I
do that thing where I walk over and just close the fridge door for her.
There you go.
Does she have a piano?
No. She's not a piano.
It's an important question.
She's not a piano, no. I wasn't picturing
did-
one.
Can I use my telekinesis to clean things up as I walk through her apartment?
I mean, you can, yeah.
Yeah. I use my telekinesis to start putting stuff away.
Did Lady Jessica go her own way once we headed this way, or did she follow along with us?
If
I
you
didn't
wanted
tell
her
her to.
If you wanted her to come, she came. It's entirely up to you.
I would ask her to come along because she's a lot more sensitive. Because I'm not a sorcerer, so I don't. My
Yeah.
only way of sensing this sort of stuff is through the shield, which that just senses danger in general.
No, absolutely. So yeah, you start tidying up a bit. Stuff starts moving, and this freaks out Amy a bit. Oh no! See what I mean?
Oh, I'm doing that. A cluttered space leads to a cluttered mind. I got you, boo.
Thank you. But yeah, this is where I guess most of the things happen. You're in the bedroom now. And
I'm not in the bedroom.
It's just the two ladies.
Most of the things happen. I mean, what's wrong?
She'll like smile weakly at the attempted humor. Yeah, I wake up. I always feel like something's watching. Sometimes I see it standing over there. She'll point like towards the corner of the room.
I'll get my shield out again. Before I approach the corner, I do kind of walk near her to see if it vibrates further or if it's just staying normal.
It stays the same throughout.
Okay, so I'm gonna walk up to the corner with the shield up.
It stays the same.
I sense some level of danger here, but it's throughout the apartment.
Could just be.
But it doesn't seem to be focused anywhere. Yeah.
But yeah, Jordan, with your earlier investigation, you do notice, like you move some of the stuff from the corner. You notice that there is like an indentation, like someone was standing there, which is weird. It's like
And
it's like boot marks.
you don't invite people or guests over ever, Amy?
I haven't had anyone over in a while. Rune.
I also threw an investigation in there. I was checking primarily in the kitchen and in that a jar. Refrigerator. Which is it? A refrigerator or a jar?
Oh, God.
Yes.
You get a marginal success, so you do notice a couple. I mean, the fridge doesn't really have much food in it.
What was the odor emanating from it?
It just what food was in there. There's like old.
It was just food had spoiled. Okay.
There's like an old burger bag in there. You don't know when it's from. But there's not much else other than condiments, that kind of thing. And the fridge itself is pretty dirty. There is no fridge, only Zool. It'd be fun. It'd be a fun game. But yeah, so that was happening
like I said,
right now.
I play the game where I try to close the fridge door, and if it pops back open again, then I'll grab it and roughly get it back in place and close it and try to make it work right.
Yeah, you get it back
fight
in.
A busted door.
You fight the door a little bit. It gets back in. It's no problem. But yeah, no.
That's all I want to do. Thank you.
Plus,
see if I learned anything from my 10.
Mostly just that you do notice that she's not eating much. If she is, she must be eating outside of the house because you don't see containers.
She's certainly not eating healthy.
Yeah, you'll notice that. It's not a great sign for mental health.
I'm going to sit and ponder. Like, I'll put my shield back on my back so there's nothing actively attacking us. And I'll try to, through intellect, try to reason out or remember if there's any such spirit or curse that lines up with what she's suffering. Like, if this is a thing that happens in my world, that's happening to her.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead.
Alt-tabbing works if you alt-tab to the correct place. 11.
It does sound somewhat demonic. It could be Fae, but you're unsure of which, because they have neither tried, to her account, to get her to go somewhere, or to harm her, which are usually the deciding factors on those things.
Lady Jessica, do you feel the presence of the summer or winter courts? You know more of Fey wild connections than I do.
She holds her hand out. Her eyes turn white when she opens them again. No Fey here. But there is a darkness in this house.
The shield gets pulled off my back. The sword is drawn, and I stand ready. The sword less like this, but more like I have it like hanging at my side, like I'm just waiting for something to swipe at.
I do sense something. It is hiding. What would you like me to do? She'll say. She'll look at Jordan. She'll look at Madame Bonnet.
Let's get it the fuck out of here. I want Amory to get some sleep.
A banishment. I shall see what I can do.
I'm going to call out from the kitchen. Did somebody say they're going to throw a banishment? I want to watch this. And I'll come.
Yes.
Silence and walk into the bedroom.
Be my guest, young one.
Well, I'm
If
trying to
anyone-
learn about magic. Remember?
Oh, yeah, I remember.
If anyone
I'm gonna watch
doesn't
this closely.
want to watch The Banishment, I have 50 wings out here. They're lemon pepper and hot. So,
God damn it. Why do you have to make me make a hard decision now?
Perhaps your friend can find safety with Traveler.
Yeah. Yeah.
This will be somewhat dramatic.
Amy, why don't you go have some of those wings? Save me a couple.
Sure.
Oh, that's what that was for.
She'll go out there and she'll crack a beer and like sip it. Like very meekly. And she'll like, I hope everything's okay. Lady Jessica will close her eyes. A bunch of candles that are in the room will light. And she'll hold out her hands to Madame Bonnet.
I give Lady Jessica my hands.
She grabs them. Go ahead and give me a willpower check.
She's setting you on fire. Haha, it's a trick.
4. It's a grand total of 4.
It's okay. So you feel this surge of power coming from Lady Jessica. A bunch of stuff starts getting kicked up. She starts chanting in some other language. It sounds creepy, like, you know, like Latin or like Sumerian in demon movies. It sounds like that. It's really off-putting. And as she's chanting, things will start moving. Things will start flying off the shelf. That whole number. And eventually you'll open your eyes and you'll look over at the corner and there'll be a thing standing there. It looks like a man. Looks like a man wearing boots, torn jeans, a biker vest. He has a like shaved head with some little bit of mohawk going on, some piercings. He's standing in the corner doing this, just shaking as she's doing this.
I am going to step between those two and him just to kind of interpose in case he lashes out somehow.
Yeah.
I just saw that rune.
Boots and nothing else.
just a man in boots.
Behold, a wiener.
Nothing else.
Yeah.
I mean, that would terrify me if I woke up in the middle of the night.
Man, who you telling?
I'm Bootsy, the Watcher.
Sorry, guys, but the way you even phrased it, I thought for sure you were actually going to stop there.
Stop it, Boots.
Because you paused. You actually
Next
said,
time, from now
you
on,
could see like
I'll
a man in the boots.
From
And
now
then
on,
you had
I'll
a
start
dramatic
with
pause
pants.
before you kept going. I was like, no.
I'll start at pants from now on.
Now it's just pants.
It's better than just boots. But yeah,
Boots are
so
important.
she makes further magical checks here, and eventually you'll hear him call out "ah," and he'll start chanting back at her. But you can tell, like you can feel, because you're like a part of this. She's 1000% dominating this thing. And he eventually, he just disappears with like a flash of light, and it's like that, and like fizzles out.
I was kind of hoping we find out where he came from or what was going on with him, but I guess not now.
Oh, you will.
Shield.
Watching that whole ritual, can I have learned anything, or can I get a roll to have figured out anything about what she did?
Yeah, you can try to remember some of this ritual a little bit.
What do you want me to roll to try to figure
Roll a
that
cult.
stuff out?
Roll your magic.
My control magic power.
Yeah,
make
power.
that's
Yeah,
a good
make
idea.
that. Yeah.
Is that, I have rank 0 in that skill because I intend to put a point in it someday. 12.
Yeah, so you're able to pick up some of this. You don't know what language she's speaking. That's a
Obviously,
part that's
yeah.
confusing you. But you do you understand more things that are possible now, for sure.
Okay, great.
Your eyes are being slowly peeled open.
Yeah.
But
Sounds
yes,
painful.
Wow, Lady Jessica, that was impressive.
thanks. She'll say, and she'll take like a little bow. She'll open a beer with one finger, like. She'll like, huh?
I mean,
And she'll drink
yeah,
it.
after that, I think I need one.
Is the shield
I
stop?
just suck mine down.
Fortunately, it wasn't a very powerful demon, but it was a demon nonetheless.
Wait, it looked like a guy. It was a demon?
Oh, certainly.
Was it a demon wearing a guy, like possessing him?
You-
Or was it a demon in the shape of a guy, shapeshifted?
He was possessed. Yes.
So that means there's an innocent guy stuck there.
Well, I mean, after you're possessed for such a long period of time,
You're generally dead.
you can get stuck that way. Yes. The corpse was dead, or the host was a corpse.
I see.
Yes.
Oh, poor guy.
Is there any particular way to easily, quickly uncover whether a possessed victim can be salvaged or not?
There's no quick answer to that. It's unknown, really. If it is, it hasn't been done.
Okay.
But
in my
doesn't mean it's not possible.
few experiences, I don't have the sorcery to fight such things in the way Lady Jessica can. But sometimes that light of life, that hope in the heart, is. That sounds vague, I know, but you get a
Already
sense, like
extinguished, right?
yeah, like the Godbot had something there, a wish, a hope, a dream. But the possessed, the dead, are gone. There's nothing to wish for. They're just darkness now.
Rumor has it there's also a handful of demons that aren't so bad. I put my feet up on her table, and then Hellboy is on TV.
Oh god.
Oh,
Yeah, but that's a fictional character, right?
right.
I guess it's possible he's really out.
We just all kind of look around and shrug, like, I don't know, maybe.
Maybe it's It's a bio.
Well, remember, before the whole thing with the crossroads, there was no magic in this world. Or so the,
yeah, you had.
so the
You just had
Simpsons
a.
have told us.
Yeah, you had superpowers, but not sorcery. Yeah.
Right. Which
As
means
everyone
probably
is
no Hellboy.
robustly debating Hellboy, I go and sit by Amy and tell her, "You should be able to rest well tonight."
You see,
actually-
her skin actually has more color to it now. She's a little less pale. She seems to immediately be feeling a little better. It's like that thing was connected to her somehow.
I'm going to go ahead and say we should probably look into getting her some good food. Something better than just beer and wings and whatever that was in her fridge.
I am appalled that you would suggest there is anything better than beer and wings that we could be feeding to a person.
Well, there's milk, fresh vegetables, fruit.
She's gonna
Water.
eat some wings. She'll be like, "I'm not complaining," and she'll.
Sure. And I'm not trying to be rude, but I'm saying, like, I'm concerned for her well-being, and that means she needs better.
Keenan,
quality
you're in a
food.
rock band and you eat milk and fresh vegetables?
No, I haven't had good food in a year, but I still know what good food is.
All right.
Although
I'll
Twello
also,
has a potluck every other Thursday.
I could bring her some Ben and Jerry's and some chips if you really want me to.
She actually looks mildly excited when you suggest this. He's like,
Don't you know anything about depression food, my man?
Bring some salt too.
Wouldn't depression food depress you?
It's
We're
no,
No, it's comfort
it's a
food.
thing
Amy.
in our land.
for science.
It's
Oh.
It's called comfort food. It makes you feel better.
Oh.
You know, hence the phrase "chicken soup for the soul."
I thought you were literally feeding the soul. Your way makes way more sense.
Jessica will be looking at one of the wings. She'll be like,
Souls in your
fascinating.
world?
This is fascinating, and she'll eat the wing. This is genius. But yeah, she'll be talking about the demon and how, yeah, that thing, it shouldn't be able to sustain itself here. It must have connection to the shadow somehow.
Well, I'll tell you one thing for sure. The very first night that all this happened, back when the crossroad first, the Nexus event or whatever you want to call it happened, I fought demons that night that possessed people. Like that very night, there were demons out and about.
They've been giving you trouble for a whole year.
They've mostly been hard to find since that first night. I wouldn't say I've never seen another, but it's like they've all gone into hiding. They were out in force that night, and then I haven't really seen a lot of them since, but they are around. I've run into a few here and there.
That doesn't sound right.
Well, that's what it is. That's what I've experienced.
Something must have changed. Because they don't usually keep a low profile. If you guys haven't dealt with them this whole time, they must have been elsewhere.
A greater strategist has held back his forces. This land, though not in Sorsold, has great and powerful defenders who use other means to defend this place.
You said it, buddy.
So if I were any of the Dark One's lieutenants or captains, I would hold back until a tipping point could be achieved.
Not that elsewhere, vampire bites. Not that elsewhere. But yeah, so you guys, this was made a lot easier because you brought Lady Jessica. Once again, you guys are getting around it, which is fun. I like it. But the night has ended. You guys, have a bit of an after party. Everyone kind of chills. Amy appreciates the company for sure. But she's finally able to fall asleep. She'll fall asleep during the movie. And you guys will leave her.
I think before we leave, I want to sprinkle some salt in front of her door and make sure whatever that was doesn't come back.
That's good. Yeah, you'll do some hoodoo stuff, some anti-demon stuff to her house, just to make sure.
I'll get a blanket from in her room and tuck her in her little couch where she fell asleep watching the movie.
You do it too tight, she dies. No, I'm just kidding.
No, I'm normal human strength here, man.
I'm just kidding.
I'm Blake.
Duskgreen mode. Wait, why?
I will tuck you into death. But you guys, you leave this woman's apartment. Better for it. Everyone's
it's my apartment now.
Oh wow.
As we're leaving the apartment and closing the door quietly behind us, I'm going to turn to you, Traveler, and say, "You're not going to rat me out for having a beer underage, are you?"
No.
Wait.
I find your
drinking age is
vague,
lower. It's higher here.
Yeah, it's really weird here. It is, the drinking age is higher, and he's not allowed to drink. But you can, because you're from elsewhere.
But he can buy as many guns as he wants to, though. Isn't that part great?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
It's true.
Not that I want or need guns.
You have plenty of guns. Well, not in that form, but
Hey, they're pretty respectable too, buddy. 4.
Wait, did you say 4?
Yeah, 4 is my strength stat. It's slightly above average, right?
Yep.
Like a 3 is an average person, so.
Yes. I will look aside this transgression, for I am not the police. So, and it is not dishonorable to imbibe, so I don't care.
I was just trying to make a joke about it, really, but thanks, guys. Thanks for the wings, too. I was really starving after the show.
You ate the wings? That's going in the report.
Well, I gotta go get my van and make sure nobody tries to mess with it in that parking lot. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Call me if you need me.
Mm-hmm.
And I go hustling out of the apartment complex across the street to go back to the club to get my van.
Your van's there. Your van's fine.
Darn.
Nobody messed with it? Good.
Doesn't look like it.
Traveler didn't steal it, so.
Mm-mm.
Sorry, needed a
That
van.
would be pretty funny.
Wow.
You know what I did do, though, while we were talking to that lady? There was a guy who had just gotten away with robbing somebody's purse, and he was driving away in his car. And then I sat up in his back seat and crashed the car, and then teleported out right at the last second. and then took him out of the car and threw him on the ground, and then told him not to do crimes anymore. That's what I did.
That guy was not wearing a seatbelt and is dead.
So I did crash a car, if that's what you're wondering. A car got crashed 100%. You just didn't see it.
We have our new.
At least give him a roll to see if he kills the guy.
No, he didn't kill the guy. He's fine.
That's what we're for.
Uh,
Yeah, no, I'm certainly gonna escort Lady Jessica back to Eldritch Hollow.
and that's all?
Well, yeah. We're not courting each other after all.
Oh, but I get the sensation that you would if you thought you could.
She's out of my league.
Aw.
Plus, I think she's considerably older than I am.
She is. She is.
Oh, I thought this version of her was a little younger than him.
She doesn't look
Younger
old
than what you
by any
remember. Okay.
means. She looks to
All
be in her 30s.
Fair enough.
Beware the face of the Archfey, for their age does not to display upon their face. For
Is
good
Lady
and ill.
Jessica Archfey? Oh, well, that's news to me.
Yep.
She's something. Yeah,
She's something
definitely
all right.
Yeah, she's something all right. You guys, you take Lady Jessica back to Eldritch Hollow. The Renaissance Fair seems to be mostly set up now.
All right.
The fields have been cleared. The tents are up. There is like a ticket booth set up. All that good stuff. There is like parking set up. Everything looks like it's a go.
When are they having the grand opening?
This
Next weekend?
Thursday.
Oh, so like in about 5 days then. Because I'm imagining this show's like on a Saturday.
Yeah. Like 5.
And just open ahead of time so people can kind of walk by, buy their tickets in advance. Like, what's the cool thing? Well, we're not doing something yet, but
Yeah, pretty much. But yes, she will go towards the house. She's gonna stop. She's gonna stop in the area where she was brought here. And she's going to do magic stuff.
if she casts Fireball, I quit.
She puts her hand up, and when she does so, there's a crack in the air that you can see. It doesn't look like she did it. It looks like she's just seeing it.
I did it.
It is as I feared. It looks like it. While she's talking, it'll disappear. Huh. Yes. It'll reappear shortly after that. It is shifting. It is open. It is ajar. That's not good. I wonder what other things might have followed me out.
Because the veil thinned, any could pass if they were swift and small enough.
Let me guess. Weirdness magnet giving me trouble.
Pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. The other shoe that was like the first of many events. But she'll note that. I don't think that was the last demon that you will see on this plane.
Do you know? Well, you don't know what I had because you don't know me. You're not the same Jessica that I knew. Perhaps you were. Let me ask you something, Lady Jessica. Do you know what physical magical item would be best use against demons? I don't have sorcery at my disposal, and Duskwing is a noviate yet before he masters his sorcery.
I do not know if such a thing exists in this world, but
From ours may have come with us.
maybe. There are those that deal in such objects, are there not?
There are, but I was hoping that you perhaps knew of one, so I can... The merchant here is great at cataloging, but is not exactly the most is not as connected as they would have been back home, as the people of Crossroads do look upon Eldritch Hollow with a query eye.
I was not speaking of what's his name. Ed. I was not speaking of Ed. There are others of our world here, are there not? The court of the Crimson King.
There is, yes.
None of the objects that are here in Eldritch Hollow could help you, but perhaps they could get you something that could.
I do not relish encountering them again, but what needs to be done must be done.
It is merely a suggestion.
To learn, to seek, to do, my lady. There is no hesitation otherwise, whether I like it or not.
Are any of the rest of you here? No? Okay. So all this happens. We'll fast forward a little bit of time to when, the Renaissance Fair is starting. I imagine all of you go to that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I'm stopping by. They have tasty foods.
Yeah, they do.
Absolutely.
Eggs.
None of it
Try a leg of
frozen,
mutton there.
fresh made.
We'll fast forward to the grand opening. There will be music, there will be levity, there's all kinds of games and stuff. This is very different from our Renaissance fairs. It's way more accurate to like medieval times, but at the same time it's also not at all because they're not from our medieval times. There's not really like the history lessons going on. Everything's just kind of old. They have like, hand cart roller coasters and stuff. No power. That kind of thing going on. But it is definitely a good time. It's very busy. There's a lot of people here.
I bet you your shield vibrates at that damn roller coaster.
Your shield does vibrate a few times while you're here.
Yeah.
But it does happen periodically when you're out and about anyways. But you'll notice that some people from the Crimson Court are here, actually.
Oh. Good day and welcome to the Eldritch Hollow Renaissance Fair of a sort.
It'll be the red-clad archer woman. And following around her will be what appears to be a stone golem. Wolfgang Aidendale.
That's a cool costume.
I'll be like,
costume.
I'll be like, do you have a permit for that?
A what?
Permit.
A writ of permission.
For a golem?
Yes.
Yeah.
You can't govern what you do not know. She'll say.
Tell that to the clowns up on Capitol
Yeah,
Hill, am I right?
I'd say you pretty much don't understand anything about modern America because they can absolutely, yeah.
Well, once
The laws in our land are pretty.
Once they define my golem in legal terms, then they can make me get a permit.
I mean, does a golem fall under right to bear arms?
Surely it has to fall under some kind of leash law, at least.
I'd think it would fall under military weaponry, personally.
I mean, one could be used as a siege weapon if it threw boulders hard enough.
But yes, you are here. Hi.
And you are.
It definitely
as
doesn't have anything to do with the right to arm bears.
Oh no, don't get me started. But yeah, she'll be actually at one of the booths, shooting her bow, very accurately at one of the targets. Some people will be clapping. She's just kind of having a good time. How?
Is any?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, is any of the court doing a display here?
We would not participate.
How to
in
commit
such
graft?
things.
How to cheat at your taxes? That sort of thing.
Very funny, she'll say. She kind of means it. But no, I actually came here looking for my friend.
You have many friends. Who might you be seeking? I may be, I sigh, of help.
Give me a willpower check.
Sure. Am I being mentally poked at?
No.
Okay.
This is you convincing her.
Oh, okay.
Because she's not your friend, but, you know.
Yeah.
You're not wrong. You could be of help. So. Perhaps you could. A few days ago, we had an accident. As you may or may not know, she'll look around and she'll get closer. We have our ways of getting things back from the other world.
Mm-hmm.
One of our number is able to walk those paths. But during...
There and back again?
Yeah, pretty much.
Sorry, I wasn't trying to reference something I just realized.
Yes, there and back again. They have been unable to return for some reason. Some disturbance. She'll say the day. And it's totally the exact day that Lady Jessica got here. Some sort of dimensional shift caused him to be trapped. We were only able to speak briefly, but he seems to be stuck in the in-between.
Do you know through what breach? Sorry. Do you know where where they stepped through on this side? Perhaps we can. I know. I have the ear of Lady Jessica, and I know of local heroes who may be able to perceive into your friend's plight.
I heard she was in town. But yes, I guess I could take you there. You did pass your check. She does want you to help.
Yeah, I it's one of those I'm even reluctant to help. It's like, I don't want to help the Crimson Court, but you're in need, so sure.
For better or worse, they're also your people. So
yeah, exactly.
But yeah, so you agree to help the Crimson Court with their issue here. But before you get to do that, the Renaissance Fair is going seemingly pretty well. People are happy. There's a big crowd here. And that, on a good note, is where we're going to end it for this week.
All right. Look at that. They don't always end on a horrible life-ending cliffhanger.
What do you think that was? We nearly killed each other. No.
At that Renaissance Festival, I'm doing one of those little archery stands, and I'm not particularly good. Just so you know.
Nice.
I was going to say I'll be there dressed in that same getup that I wore to my concert, only without the teased hair, just tied back at the nape of my neck long. So I look almost like I belong. And I'll have my guitar with me, but it's not, I'm not busking. I just have it with me in case I decide to, in case the opportunity to have like a little musical thing with somebody pops up. But otherwise, I'm walking around and enjoying the various things going on at the fair.
Sounds good.
Madame Bonet is way too into it, and she's got on like a huge hoop skirt, like total time period accurate dress outfit situation happening. Just
excellent.
That's great.
Yeah, I like it. No, so yeah, you guys are having a great time, and that's where we'll call it. Tune in next week, or in 2 weeks, for our continuation of this game. Hopefully everyone will be here for that one. And I had fun. I'm Johanna. I'm at RockFact on Twitter.
Yeah, you can find me at Casualty CDG on social media. If you like tabletop role-playing games, stop by every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday from 8 p.m. until 11 p.m. Central Standard Time, twitch.tv/Johannanon, or you could just Google Fresh Out the Box ttrpg, and we pop up. That's us. You can follow us, and also we have a podcast. It's called Fresh Out the Podcast. We talk about movies, we talk about streaming shows, we talk about video games, and other things that we like in our lives. I've recently started painting Warhammer 40K figures, so I've been talking a little bit about that new hobby. If you're into nerd stuff, you should come like me and Jahan. Have a good night. Thanks for being here.
And I've been AD Springer, also known as Corbinian. You can find me at ElectricMetCHSR on Twitter. You can also find me as Corbinian here on Twitch. And I've started a new series, solo RPGs of Ironsworn Starforged. Every Tuesday and Thursday is the schedule right now, as I go around trying not to die, even though I'm the GM for myself. And on Saturdays, I do, midday, I do Star Trek Adventures Klingons, and I watch Klingons try to blow up the entire galaxy and sometimes kill each other because Klingons. And I may play other games, but you'll have to keep an eye out because I don't know when I stream because I'm well organized. But if you do come by, say hi, and I hope to see you next time.
I am A. Jordan Lambert. You can find me at Lambertra. I play games here on Q Times and at Exquisite Corpse Presents. And I do have sad news. I will not be with us next session because we should play on June 8th, which is my birthday. So I'll either be at Beanie Hunters or El Cholo drinking and stuffing my face.
Happy birthday.
Fair enough. Happy birthday.
Thanks, guys.
I have been Blake Darcell tonight as the Dangerous Duskwing, but I'm actually Riley Davis, also known as Rune. And I'm almost impossible to find online, which is just the way I like it. However, I would like to point out that when Corbinian mentioned Klingons, it reminded me of a truly old joke. What do Klingons have in common with toilet paper?
They're clingy.
They both circle Uranus, searching for Klingons. Wait, I think I messed that joke up.
A little
Good
bit,
night,
yes.
Good night, everybody. Stay fresh.
Good night.